From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Jones. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing, Jones. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. This defense for the Patriots, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Allen now on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bills at 12-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Cook, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Now Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown. Khalil Shakir, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Inside handoff, Henry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership in the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 56. Throwing now is Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Allen. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 30 yards. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Henry up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. When you look at this defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jones on third down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. So they get the completion there on the fake punt, but they do not get enough to move the chains.
Well, I thought it was a fairly well-designed play, and they sprang it at the right time, and it was a good play. But they had great recognition defensively. They were able to figure out what was happening and stop them short. Guess what? Good play. The only thing that kept it from being great, the defense's reaction.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Here's Cook again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
We don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. Through the middle of the field and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 41 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense. And they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
104 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They run it again with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to Tony. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And now here is another interception. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 137 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.